Good morning. How's everyone doing today? It's September 9th. All right, I'm going to jump right into this. Today's topic is the strategy that gets my clients bikini ready after 35. All my topics are big, let's just say that. But this one here is going to be blunt and honest. And for those of you who can handle it, congratulations. If you're new and you've never been in a live, well, you're in for a treat. Here we go. So after 35, your body is different. I don't know how much more I can bang you over the head with this, okay? Your hormones shift, your metabolism slows down, insulin sensitivity changes, and sometimes for some of you, your thyroid or your stress levels are gonna work against you. This is why you can't copy and paste someone else's plan or what they're doing on the internet to get results. Okay. The only way that my clients get results is through a custom nutrition plan that's personal. It's created from an intake form that they fill out only. Okay. Not from an app, nothing like that. Okay. It means calories, protein, carbs, and fats are allocated specifically to their hormones. Insulin levels, thyroid function, the real issues that your body potentially faces, okay? So when your nutrition is customized, it works with your body instead of against it. And that's what's happening to many of you today, is that you're actually working against your body and you're expecting the same results, and it just doesn't work that way. So the plans I put my clients on, they naturally balance out hormones without the big pharma of HRT or chemicals raging in your body, potentially, this is a big one, including cancer and heavy metals. But you didn't hear that from me. But if you want resources for that, I will gladly forward them to you. And I'm not here to argue. I have valid evidence and huge resources to back up these claims. Otherwise, I wouldn't say anything. But I'm here to give the raw truth about things. So if your insulin levels are out of whack, you will need a specific nutrition plan to help you lose the weight, get those results, build muscle, because healthy eating isn't going to cut it, okay? And certainly not starving yourself, okay? This is why most of you are stuck. And your doctor is not doing enough education, if at all, with you on your blood work, and most don't even know how to read the damn results. Okay. And here's the truth. This isn't rocket science, but if you ignore it, if you keep grabbing random, like healthy eating, whatever you think in your head is healthy, cutting calories with no direction or following cookie cutter workouts, then you're going to stay stuck, period. Okay. And why does accountability matter? Well, in my program, you don't just get the right plan, you get accountability that forces results. So 24/7 text messages, one-to-one phone chats with strategy for motivation if needed, photo results analysis, so adjustments are made at the exact time that they need to be made so that you continue getting results and you don't plateau. All right. So without accountability and a correct customized plan, you're basically guessing. And that's what most of you are doing, is you're guessing. And that's why you're spinning your wheels. Okay. So how do you expect to get good results, good quality, visible results when you clearly don't know what you're doing? Okay. I'm sorry to be blunt, but many of you really need to hear this. I'm not going to sugarcoat and tell you eventually, if you keep doing what you're doing, that it's going to work. I'm an honest woman and I'm telling you exactly what needs to be done. It's called planting a seed. The more you water it, the more it will grow, while the rest of you never sprout. That's my analogy for the day. So I'm literally drowning you in solid information, but you refuse to grow. So this is where you're stuck, and it's called mindset. Mindset is huge. So look, I have clients right out of the gate who need a mindset reset, and that's fine. But when you refuse to change your thoughts, or you stay blocked, that's the major issue. Okay? It means you're not willing to hear the truth and what needs to happen in order for those results to take place. It means you're stuck viciously in a brainwashed state from what you read online, thinking, if I just change this, if I just do this same exercise this girl was doing, or eat this one particular food, that it's all going to work out. And I'm here to tell you that it never will. Okay? When I say never, I mean never in this lifetime. Okay? So there's only 1% of you who actually understand this concept, and that's really sad. The rest of you are out in left field hoping for a miracle. Okay? That's where I'm going with this. It's more than getting in your protein, eliminating sugar, watching calories, drinking enough water. Yes, those are all super important, but where's your strategy and your nutrition? Seriously, where's the strategy? I'd love to see what you're doing and knock you off the pedestal that you think you're on because you think you're eating healthy, okay? You're doing the bare minimum, okay? And this isn't something that's supposed to scare you or freak you out. It's just, you're just not doing the right things. That's what this comes down to. And if your mindset is stuck in, I can't, I won't, I'm going to fail, then yeah, you will, because you're bringing that aura and that energy to yourself and causing this issue for yourself. Okay. For those of us who are putting in the work, who do have a strategy, we're miles ahead of you, and you're never going to catch up with a bad mindset. Okay. So that massively has to change, and I can help you with that. Okay. There's just simple protocols to reprogram the brain into a more positive state. All right. So let's talk about your gym strategy. The same goes for weights with this whole thing. You can't just wander into a gym, pick up some light dumbbells and expect your body to transform. Okay. I mean, come on, ladies, this is common sense. Okay. You need a strategy, exercises, reps, sets, weight progression. Every single exercise needs to have its own sets and reps and rest periods, not 3 sets of 12, honey, and call it a day. That's a glorified cheerleader. It doesn't work. If you're 90 years old, perfect, go do that. Okay. But random doesn't get results. And I feel like a lot of you are doing that. I see it every single day in my challenges with what people post about what they're doing. It's all complete random things. And in their mind, they think they're doing something when they're really not. All right. So let's get real here. If you're here in this community, ask yourself why. Why are you here? Do you think I'm going to unload some secret tool or information someday that's going to help you? Clearly, it's because you want to learn and get better. Okay. So why aren't you listening? Why aren't you doing what needs to be done? Okay. Is it laziness? I'm sure there's a good percentage of you that qualify under laziness. And I'm not afraid to say it. Okay. Do you really not want to put in the work? Ask yourself these friggin' questions, ladies. Seriously. Do you just not want to do it? Okay. Dig deep in your soul and figure this out. Are you still chasing some quick fix that doesn't exist? Are you still chasing after advice and tips that don't exist? Something that you saw in a community or on Google or in some group. Stop that stuff. It doesn't pan out. You're wasting your time, and time does not stop. Okay. Because if this is the case, then let me be blunt. You're going to stay stuck, and that's the decision you're making, and that's the decision that you need to stay with and that you need to be okay with. Okay? There's no other way, ladies, until you wrap your head around the fact that customized nutrition and weight training strategy is the only path forward. Nothing's going to change for you. It's just the way the human body works. I didn't make this up. Okay? And if you'd rather ignore it and be out in left field picking your nose or picking daisies, then that's your choice. But don't end up in my inbox and tell me that nothing's worked. You haven't tried everything. You haven't tried what you need to be doing to get those results. So no, you haven't tried everything. And you haven't given it a chance. You haven't wanted it that badly to do it. So sit with that today. Ask yourself these questions honestly. Okay? Why haven't you stepped up? Why haven't you invested in a nutrition plan for yourself where you're going to see actual results? Why haven't you invested in a strategy in your weight training that's going to actually show muscle growth? I'm not going to wait here because I'll probably be a skeleton by the time you answer. If you'd rather follow 20-year-old influencers that have a completely different body than you, or take random advice from Facebook groups, then stay there. Stay doing that. But don't complain that it's not working. Okay? The bottom line here is you're either serious about transforming your body after 35 or you're not. Okay? And I know when people are and they're not, just by quick conversations. Okay? You either follow the proven path or you stay stuck. The choice is yours. I'm available for one-to-one chats. If you want to find out the strategy that you're going to need to go forward to change your body, to change your life, to change your body composition, finally, after all these years of I'll never have that body. My belly will never be flat. Well, that's because you're doing that to yourself. Right? You've made the decision to stay where you are. So until your decision changes and you realize what your purpose is behind wanting to do this and your why is this important to you? Why is it so important that you get into a healthy body that looks damn good, that you're proud of, where you feel amazing in your skin, in your clothes? Let me know when that happens. But I'm not going to sit here until I'm 90 and wait for you to decide. That's your choice. I hope you guys have a great rest of your Tuesday. I will see you on the next live.